So hello everyone, and this video is the continuation of the previous video where we discussed the code of how we can save the live data online from the camera. But in the previous video, we saved the data as a sequence of frames, and in this video, I'll show you how we can save it together like as a sequence of frame and as well as a video. So if you haven't watch the previous video, I will highly encourage you to go and watch that so that you understand the code that I'm going to discuss in this video, because it'll be just additional code of what we discussed in the previous video. So just for a reminder, we were working on this directory of test project where we created a data directory called data, and then we recorded videos which were saved as a sequence of frames, as you can see it here. This was the two videos and they're saved as a sequence of frames, but how we can simultaneously save it as a sequence of frames and as well as a video out of those frames. That's what is the agenda of this video. So let me directly go into this, and yeah, the code will be at my GitHub for both, so you can just go and have a look at it. But again, if you haven't watched the previous video, just go and watch it because I won't discuss everything here, just the part where we write the video. So it's pretty much the same. We define the path, we define the output directory. If the directory is not there, it gets created, and then we need to create a video writer that's going to write all the frames being read from the camera directly to this mp4 file or any other video format. So what I do, I just switch on the camera device. In my case, it's default webcam. I read just one image so that I get the properties of the image, and then I release this camera object. But these properties of image will be used for me to define the video writer. But before that, I define this codec. This is used. This define the what kind of compression I think we are going to use. Here is the MP4V version. I don't know about it, so you can just go and read more about this. And then we have to also define it at what frame rate you want the video to be saved. So I'm just giving here 25 frame per second, and this is the function for recording the video. It's same as what we discussed previously, but in addition to this, there is one additional thing, the output video writer. So here first I discuss the output file name, which is the name of the file and the path where the video is going to be saved. And this is the output video writer where I give it the file name on which the video has to be written, the codec source which we define as mp4, the frame rate, and the size of the frames in the video. And then it's pretty much same. We start the loop, we read every frame, we give the base name and all whatever you want to give for saving it as image. But here is the additional, this out.write image. So what this does, the first line cv2.imwrite will write every frame coming from the camera as a single frame, .jpg or .png as we have defined here. And this out.write will write the image to this video writer, which will be later saved as this mp4 file. So this is the additional addition to this code. And then pretty much it's the same. And then once you press the quit button or you're done with it, it will release the video writer, it will release the capture button, and then will come out of it. And then we just write here we call this record video function. So you can give the name of whichever name what you want, whatever you want to give. So let's say I want to give test 2, and this is a flag to enable the writing of the video and the frames. If you don't, then if you don't use it, then it will just display the frames, it won't write it. So now when we call this function, unlike previously where it just writes the frame, like here, in a directory, it will write the frame as well as it will save those frame as a video file. So let me call this directly, and yeah, the camera got on, and yeah, I'm in sunlight. But yeah, the video is getting recorded. So I have around, say, 130 140 frames. And when you press a q button on this, so now you will see in this directory of working directory, there is a folder created called test2, which records all the frames in a sequence of frame as a png files, whatever the camera provided it. And at the same time, it also has a video created out of this frame called test to 25 frame per second. So if you play this video, so you can see this is the video that we just recorded from the live camera. Okay, so you can play with the frame rate here, but again, that doesn't matter because anyhow, when you are going to train any machine learning algorithm, you have to convert it to frames and all. So I hope you got the idea of how we can save it only as frame and then together like save it as a frame and as well as video. So as I told, the next video I'll show you if you have a sequence of frames, then how you can create video out of that sequence of frames directly. Okay, so till then, keep learning and keep exploring neurons. Bye.